The courtroom was packed, the air thick with tension, and fans are shocked because nobody expected what happened next. Emotions ran high as Yella Beezy walked in, flanked by his legal team, unaware that Mo3’s crew had shown up unexpectedly, turning a routine hearing into a powder keg of confrontation and chaos. Whispers spread like wildfire, cameras flashed, and the family was left divided, some worried about the fallout, others fueled by anticipation. You could feel the intensity radiating from the room. Every eye was on the stage as the first words were exchanged, setting the tone for what would become an unforgettable scene. Sources claim that the encounter started innocently enough, exchanging formalities, handshakes, and nods, but the tension escalated quickly. Allegedly, heated words were thrown across the room, and Yella Beezy reportedly clenched his fists, trying to remain composed while Mo3’s team made pointed comments that no one could ignore. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and even the courtroom staff struggled to keep control. The atmosphere was electric, a storm waiting to explode, with betrayal, accusations, and raw emotion poised to spill into the open. What happened next would leave everyone questioning alliances, loyalty, and the line between business and personal vendetta. As the morning session began, insiders claimed that Yella Beezy entered the courtroom with a steely gaze, fully aware that tensions had been simmering for weeks. According to eyewitnesses, the moment he stepped through the doors, a hush fell over the room, and fans are shocked because the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Emotions ran high as Mo3’s team, previously unannounced, was already seated near the front, giving the entire scene an electrifying intensity. The family and supporters on both sides were divided, some worried about the consequences, while others seemed eager to witness the clash firsthand. It felt like walking into a war zone, an insider said. You could literally sense the tension crackling in the air. Sources say that the initial moments were deceptively calm, with Yella Beezy exchanging polite nods with the judge and court officials. But insiders claim that calm was short-lived. Mo3’s crew reportedly made subtle gestures and whispered comments that were interpreted as direct provocations, and fans are shocked at how quickly the mood shifted. Emotions ran high when one member of Mo3’s team allegedly muttered, "Hope you're ready for this, Yella," a statement that reportedly caused visible flinches from Yella Beezy's legal counsel. The family and supporters were divided, some urging him to maintain composure, while others could barely contain their own reactions. Eyewitnesses allege that the courtroom security personnel had to step in almost immediately to ensure the verbal sparring did not escalate into physical confrontation. Sources claim Yella Beezy remained calm outwardly but was internally fuming, responding only with icy stares and sharp, calculated words when spoken to directly. Fans are shocked, an insider said. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. You could feel the room teetering on the edge of chaos. According to reports, the first dramatic twist came when Mo3’s team allegedly began questioning Yella Beezy about past incidents, referencing disputes and rivalries that many believed had been long settled. Eyewitnesses say that Yella Beezy's jaw tightened, and for a brief moment, the courtroom seemed to hold its collective breath. It was like watching a movie in real time, an insider said. Fans are shocked because nobody expected such personal attacks to surface in what was supposed to be a legal proceeding. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. Sources allege that Yella Beezy responded with calm, measured statements, each word carefully chosen to assert his position while avoiding overt escalation. "I've come here to face the issues at hand," he reportedly said, his voice steady yet resonant. But don't mistake patience for weakness. Eyewitnesses say this line drew gasps from some supporters and applause from others, further fueling the courtroom drama. Fans are shocked, insiders claim, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became more evident. Some family members reportedly whispered, "This is getting out of hand," while others leaned forward, captivated by every word. Adding fuel to the fire, sources say that one of Mo3’s crew allegedly slammed a folder on the table, drawing attention to documents that supposedly contained damaging information about Yella Beezy's past dealings. Eyewitnesses report a tense silence as everyone in the courtroom leaned in, reading the implications. Fans are shocked, an insider said. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. Some supporters seemed ready to storm the room, while others were frozen, waiting to see how Yella would react. According to insiders, Yella Beezy's response was a masterclass in controlled fury. He reportedly leaned forward, pointed to the documents, and said, "If these claims are true, let them be proven. But if they're false, don't waste my time or yours." Fans are shocked, sources claim, because the courtroom erupted with whispers, some incredulous, some supportive, and some outright hostile. Emotions ran high, and the family's divide was now unmistakable, with members visibly struggling to maintain composure while witnessing the intensity of the confrontation. Eyewitnesses also report that heated exchanges continued as Mo3’s team allegedly brought up alleged alliances and betrayals within Yella Beezy's circle, aiming to provoke a reaction. According to sources, Yella Beezy maintained his composure, but was visibly affected, his eyes darting between the accusers and his legal team. Fans are shocked, an insider said. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. It was a tense chess game of words, intentions, and subtle threats, with every participant acutely aware of the stakes. Adding to the chaos, sources claim that supporters from both sides began murmuring and gesturing, creating a ripple of unease throughout the courtroom. Eyewitnesses say the judge had to intervene several times, reminding everyone to maintain decorum, but the tension remained palpable. Fans are shocked because, even with official warnings, emotions ran high, and the family continued to show clear divisions, some visibly leaning toward Yella Beezy's defense, while others watched Mo3’s crew with wary suspicion. Insiders allege that the most shocking moment occurred when a member of Mo3’s team reportedly challenged Yella Beezy directly, stating, "You think you can walk in here unbothered? Think again." Eyewitnesses say Yella Beezy paused, then slowly responded, "I've faced worse, and I'm still standing. Today isn't about fear, it's about truth." Fans are shocked, insiders claim, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became even more pronounced. Some were cheering quietly, others frowning in concern, and the courtroom seemed to vibrate with tension. According to sources, following this exchange, security personnel had to step in briefly to separate members who were gesturing aggressively toward each other. Eyewitnesses report that Yella Beezy remained remarkably composed during the ordeal, though insiders say his clenched fists and steely glare spoke volumes. Fans are shocked, one source said. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. The room was a powder keg, and it felt like any moment could spark an explosion. Eyewitnesses claim that after the initial chaos, Yella Beezy's legal counsel addressed the judge, requesting a short recess to allow tempers to cool. Sources say this decision was met with mixed reactions. Some supporters were relieved, while others seemed frustrated at the pause in drama. Fans are shocked, an insider said. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. Even a brief break couldn't defuse the underlying tension. According to insiders, during the recess, murmurs of alliances, betrayals, and future repercussions dominated the hallway. Eyewitnesses report that supporters on both sides were debating every word spoken, interpreting gestures, and speculating about what might happen when the courtroom reconvened. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family was divided, one source said. It was clear that, even outside the room, the drama had already spilled into every corner of the courtroom's perimeter. When the session resumed, sources allege that Yella Beezy and Mo3’s team engaged in a heated, back-and-forth dialogue about responsibility, loyalty, and reputation. Eyewitnesses say the exchange was intense, with sharp words, pointed glances, and a palpable tension that left everyone on edge. Fans are shocked, insiders claim, because emotions ran high and the family remained deeply divided, some defending Yella Beezy's stance while others cautiously observed the unfolding drama. Sources say the courtroom had transformed into a stage of high-stakes conflict, where accusations, revelations, and subtle threats set the tone for what could only be described as an unforgettable day. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family was left divided, waiting with bated breath for the next twists in this intense saga. As the courtroom reconvened, insiders claim that tensions escalated almost immediately. According to eyewitnesses, Mo3's team began pressing harder, allegedly bringing up old disputes and alliances that many believed were long settled. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family remained deeply divided, some urging Yella Beezy to stay calm, others visibly bracing for confrontation. It was like watching a ticking time bomb, one source said. Everyone in that room could feel the tension, and even the court staff were on edge. Sources report that Yella Beezy's legal counsel tried to maintain composure, requesting that the team focus on facts and avoid personal attacks. Eyewitnesses allege that despite this, one member of Mo3's crew openly questioned Yella Beezy's credibility, insinuating connections to prior conflicts that had left fans shocked. Emotions ran high as Yella Beezy leaned forward, his jaw tight, responding with measured but piercing words. "I've faced my past, and I stand on truth. Don't try to rewrite my story." According to insiders, the family's divide grew even more evident, with supporters whispering, pointing, and gesturing, each silently taking sides. Eyewitnesses claim that the first major twist of the session occurred when Mo3's team allegedly presented a set of documents purportedly linking Yella Beezy to unresolved disputes. Sources say the courtroom collectively gasped, and fans are shocked at how the tension spiked in an instant. Emotions ran high as Yella Beezy's eyes narrowed, scanning the papers, his face a mask of controlled fury. According to insiders, some family members seemed ready to leap to his defense, while others remained frozen, absorbing the spectacle. Sources allege that in a dramatic moment, Yella Beezy allegedly slammed his hand lightly on the table and said, "If these claims are real, let them be proven, but I will not be intimidated by rumor or fear." Eyewitnesses say the courtroom erupted in whispers, with fans shocked and emotions running high. The family was divided more than ever, some showing silent support while others watched with cautious skepticism. It felt like every eye was glued to the drama, waiting for the next move, an insider said. According to insiders, Mo3's team did not relent. Eyewitnesses claim they began referencing alleged alliances within Yella Beezy's camp, hinting at betrayal and divided loyalties. Sources say that Yella Beezy's team responded by pointing out inconsistencies in the accusations, maintaining a calm demeanor while firing back with sharp, pointed questions. Fans are shocked, insiders report, because emotions ran high and the courtroom seemed ready to erupt at any second. The family's divide became increasingly visible, with some members leaning in supportively and others exchanging worried glances. Sources allege that one of the most dramatic moments came when a member of Mo3's crew reportedly stepped closer to Yella Beezy, gesturing aggressively and saying, "You think you're untouchable in here?" Eyewitnesses claim Yella Beezy paused, then responded with icy composure. "I face my challenges head-on. Fear isn't part of my vocabulary." Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide was unmistakable. Some supporters cheered quietly, others sat in tense silence, and the courtroom felt like it was vibrating with tension. Eyewitnesses report that security personnel had to subtly step closer, monitoring the interactions while trying not to escalate the situation further. Sources say Yella Beezy maintained his composure, though his sharp glances and controlled gestures spoke volumes. Fans are shocked, an insider said. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. It was a delicate balance, as anyone could trigger a reaction that might escalate into chaos. Sources claim that Mo3's team then introduced alleged social media posts and messages intended to paint Yella Beezy in a negative light. Eyewitnesses say the courtroom collectively leaned in, reading each post, analyzing tone, context, and timing. Fans are shocked at the audacity, insiders say, and emotions ran high as the family tried to interpret the implications. Some whispered encouragement to Yella Beezy, while others frowned, clearly unsettled by the evidence presented. According to insiders, Yella Beezy's response was deliberate and commanding. Eyewitnesses claim he addressed each allegation calmly, systematically dismantling claims and highlighting inconsistencies. Fans are shocked, one insider said. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided. Every word he spoke seemed calculated to assert control and protect his reputation, and the courtroom felt the weight of it. Sources report that the tension further escalated when a heated exchange allegedly broke out over a previous contract dispute, with Mo3’s team accusing Yella Beezy of misleading statements. Eyewitnesses say Yella Beezy's eyes flashed with intensity as he responded, "I've always honored my word. Don't twist it to fit a narrative that isn't true." Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became more pronounced, some nodding in agreement while others shifted uncomfortably in their seats. According to insiders, the courtroom witnessed yet another dramatic twist when one of Mo3’s associates allegedly suggested that Yella Beezy's team had inside connections influencing proceedings. Eyewitnesses report a collective gasp, and fans are shocked as emotions ran high. Yella Beezy reportedly took a deep breath, his voice calm yet powerful. "If influence exists, let it not compromise truth. Today is about facts, not fear." The family was divided, insiders say, with some members visibly reassured and others uncertain, caught between loyalty and skepticism. Sources allege that following this exchange, the judge intervened, reminding all parties to maintain decorum and focus on verifiable information. Eyewitnesses say this brief pause allowed supporters on both sides to regroup, whispering about potential strategies, anticipated moves, and the impact of what had already transpired. Fans are shocked, insiders report, as emotions ran high and the family's divide remained pronounced, with some quietly strategizing and others nervously watching the ongoing drama. Eyewitnesses claim that the most shocking confrontation occurred when Mo3’s team allegedly raised the specter of past feuds and unverified rumors, attempting to provoke an emotional reaction. Yella Beezy reportedly paused, stared directly at the accusers, and said, "I don't respond to fear or rumor. I respond to truth." Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide reached its peak, some members leaning in supportively while others sat tensely, unsure how to react. According to sources, the session ended with a dramatic standoff, both sides locked in intense verbal sparring, with fans analyzing every glance, gesture, and word. Emotions ran high, insiders report, and the family was left divided, uncertain how the next session would unfold. Fans are shocked, one insider said. The courtroom had become a stage of high drama, with betrayal, loyalty, and tension all playing out in real time. Nobody left without feeling the weight of what had occurred. Insiders claim the courtroom was simmering, the drama unresolved, and the anticipation for the next encounter higher than ever. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family remained divided, all waiting for the next explosive twist in this unforgettable saga. As the third session commenced, insiders claim the tension inside the courtroom was nearly unbearable. According to eyewitnesses, Yella Beezy entered with a quiet intensity, fully aware that Mo3’s team had no intention of holding back. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family was divided more than ever, some supporters silently cheering, others visibly anxious about the volatile energy filling the room. "It felt like stepping into a powder keg," an insider said. Every glance, every movement carried potential for escalation. Sources report that the opening moments set the tone for what would become an explosive day. Eyewitnesses allege that Mo3’s team immediately raised previous allegations, pointing fingers, and subtly mocking Yella Beezy's credibility. Fans are shocked at the audacity, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide grew sharper. Some members leaned forward, straining to hear every word, while others recoiled, whispering warnings to remain cautious. According to insiders, Yella Beezy responded with calm defiance, addressing each accusation with a controlled but commanding tone. "I've always stood for truth, and today is no different," he reportedly said. Eyewitnesses claim that his words drew gasps and murmurs throughout the courtroom. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide became more pronounced. Some applauded internally. Others exchanged wary glances, sensing the brewing intensity. Sources allege that the first major twist of the session occurred when a member of Mo3’s crew allegedly produced a series of messages and social media posts, claiming these were proof of alleged misdeeds. Eyewitnesses say the courtroom collectively held its breath as the documents were read aloud. Fans are shocked, insiders report, because the tension escalated instantly. Emotions ran high, and the family was divided, some visibly disturbed by the content, others skeptical of the claims. According to insiders, Yella Beezy's reaction was measured but firm. Eyewitnesses say he pointed to the documents, then calmly stated, "If any of this is real, it should be proven in court. But I will not be swayed by rumor or assumption." Fans are shocked, insiders claim, as emotions ran high and the family's divide deepened. Some supporters nodded in approval, while others whispered concerns about the potential fallout. Sources report that Mo3’s team didn't relent, allegedly intensifying their accusations and referencing alleged alliances within Yella Beezy's circle. Eyewitnesses claim that Yella Beezy's eyes narrowed as he responded with precision and authority. "Truth isn't subject to manipulation. My record speaks for itself." Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became undeniable. Supporters of both sides were leaning in, bracing for the next volley of words. According to insiders, the tension reached a peak when a heated exchange allegedly erupted over past collaborations and perceived betrayals. Eyewitnesses say Mo3’s team accused Yella Beezy of undermining allies, while Yella Beezy countered, insisting loyalty and respect had always been paramount. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide widened further. Some whispered encouragement, others shook their heads, and the courtroom seemed poised on the edge of chaos. Sources allege that the most dramatic moment occurred when a member of Mo3’s crew reportedly leaned across the table, voice dripping with menace, and said, "You think your status protects you? Think again." Eyewitnesses claim Yella Beezy paused, eyes locking with the accuser, then calmly replied, "Status isn't my shield. Truth is my armor." Fans are shocked, insiders report, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became a visible line across the room, separating supporters from skeptics. According to insiders, security personnel had to subtly shift their positions, maintaining vigilance without escalating tension. Eyewitnesses say Yella Beezy's posture remained controlled, though subtle gestures, clenched fists, sharp glances, signaled the depth of his frustration. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide remained, some leaning forward in silent support, others leaning back in apprehension. Sources claim that Mo3’s team then escalated by introducing rumors of behind-the-scenes negotiations and alleged shady dealings. Eyewitnesses report that the courtroom collectively reacted, some gasping audibly while others whispered in disbelief. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide widened further. Some members whispered encouragement to Yella Beezy, others exchanged nervous glances, unsure what would unfold next. According to insiders, Yella Beezy responded by systematically addressing each allegation, dismantling claims with precision while projecting calm authority. Eyewitnesses say his measured responses drew both admiration and skepticism, as supporters interpreted his composure as strength while detractors questioned whether he was truly unshaken. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide was more apparent than ever, with allegiances subtly shifting in response to his statements. Sources allege that a particularly tense moment occurred when Mo3’s team reportedly accused Yella Beezy of attempting to manipulate proceedings through influential contacts. Eyewitnesses say the courtroom collectively held its breath as Yella Beezy responded, "Influence is no power over truth. Today, we deal with facts, not fear." Fans are shocked, insiders claim, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became strikingly clear. Supporters leaned in, reassured by his confidence, while skeptics remained wary, uncertain how the session would unfold. According to insiders, the session continued with a back and forth of accusations, defenses, and strategic verbal maneuvers. Eyewitnesses say the intensity of the exchanges left fans riveted and courtroom personnel tense. Fans are shocked, Emotions ran high, and the family remained divided, some whispering analyses to each other, others sitting silently, absorbing the high-stakes drama. Sources allege that by the end of the courtroom was charged with anticipation. Every gesture, glance, and tone seemed amplified, leaving fans shocked, emotions running high, and the family's divide more apparent than ever. It was a delicate balance, an insider said. One wrong move could ignite chaos, and everyone knew it. Eyewitnesses claimed that as the session adjourned temporarily, murmurs of speculation and strategy filled the hallways. Fans were quick to react on social media, dissecting every detail, while insiders say emotions ran high and the family remained divided. The drama was far from over, and everyone knew that the next session could escalate even further. The scene was set for an explosive continuation. Yella Beezy's composure, Mo3’s relentless challenges, and the growing tension among supporters promised that the courtroom saga was only intensifying. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide remained palpable, all eyes now fixed on what would happen next in this unforgettable confrontation. As the fourth session began, insiders report that the courtroom was electric with tension, the air thick with anticipation. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family remained divided, each member bracing for what could become the most explosive moment yet. Sources claim that Yella Beezy entered the room with a steely resolve, fully aware that Mo3’s team had prepared for a full-on confrontation. It was like walking into a battlefield, one insider said. Every glance, every whisper, carried the weight of unspoken threats. Eyewitnesses allege that Mo3’s team immediately escalated matters, bringing up previously unmentioned incidents and subtle provocations intended to destabilize Yella Beezy. Fans are shocked, insiders report, as emotions ran high and the family's divide widened. Some leaned forward, eager to witness every twist, while others sat back, tense and apprehensive, unsure how Yella Beezy would respond. According to sources, the courtroom seemed to hold its collective breath. Sources claim that the first dramatic twist came when a member of Mo3’s crew allegedly slammed a folder on the table, producing evidence meant to implicate Yella Beezy in a prior controversy. Eyewitnesses report gasps and murmurs throughout the room, as fans were shocked at the audacity of the move. Emotions ran high, insiders say, and the family's divide was more evident than ever, with supporters whispering encouragement and skeptics exchanging wary glances. According to insiders, Yella Beezy responded with a controlled intensity, his voice calm but resolute. "I will not be judged by rumor or assumption. Facts matter, and that's what we will focus on." Eyewitnesses say the statement sent a ripple through the courtroom. Some supporters nodded in approval, while detractors shifted uncomfortably. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family remained divided, each member silently calculating their stance. Sources allege that the next escalation involved pointed accusations regarding loyalty and alliances. Mo3’s team reportedly suggested that members of Yella Beezy's inner circle were acting against him behind the scenes. Eyewitnesses say Yella Beezy's response was sharp, cutting through the tension. If betrayal exists, it will surface in truth, not whispers. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became more pronounced, some leaning forward with curiosity and others recoiling in concern. According to sources, the courtroom witnessed another dramatic moment when Mo3’s team reportedly insinuated connections to outside conflicts and rivalries. Eyewitnesses claim that Yella Beezy leaned in, voice steady but powerful. "I will not be intimidated by rumors or unverified claims. Stand by facts, or remain silent." Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide was unmistakable. The room seemed on edge, with every movement magnified by the tension. Sources report that the most shocking revelation came when Mo3’s team allegedly unveiled previously unseen social media interactions, aiming to undermine Yella Beezy's credibility. Eyewitnesses claim the courtroom collectively reacted, some whispering disbelief while others analyzed the implications. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide grew more evident. Some supporters exchanged nods, others whispered doubts, and the atmosphere was thick with suspense. According to insiders, Yella Beezy maintained composure, addressing the evidence with precision and authority. Eyewitnesses report that he countered each implication, pointing out inconsistencies and maintaining his credibility. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide remained, with supporters reassured by his control and detractors still skeptical. It was a masterclass in poise under pressure, one insider said. Sources allege that the courtroom tension escalated further when Mo3’s team allegedly questioned Yella Beezy about past disputes involving mutual associates. Eyewitnesses claim that Yella Beezy's eyes flashed with intensity as he responded, "I am accountable for my actions, but I will not accept fabricated narratives to discredit me." Fans are shocked, insiders report, as emotions ran high and the family's divide became glaringly obvious. Some nodded in agreement, others murmured concern, and the atmosphere remained tense. According to insiders, security personnel were on high alert as the verbal sparring intensified, though no physical altercation occurred. Eyewitnesses say Yella Beezy's composed posture belied the internal intensity, with sharp glances and controlled gestures signaling his readiness. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family remained divided, each member carefully weighing the unfolding drama. Sources claim that Mo3’s team then introduced another layer of controversy, allegedly referencing private interactions and alleged betrayals that fans had not previously seen. Eyewitnesses report a mix of gasps and murmurs throughout the courtroom. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high and the family's divide deepened. Some supporters whispered encouragement, others exchanged nervous glances, anticipating the next move. According to insiders, Yella Beezy delivered a striking statement. "I face every claim with transparency. Attempted manipulation and rumor will not dictate the outcome here." Eyewitnesses claim the courtroom was stunned, and fans are shocked at the authority and calm with which he spoke. Emotions ran high, insiders report, and the family's divide remained, with supporters emboldened and skeptics silently reconsidering. Sources allege that the session's final moments included a tense standoff, with both sides locked in a verbal chess game. Eyewitnesses report that the judge intervened briefly, reminding everyone to focus on verifiable facts, but the intensity of the confrontation lingered. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide remained pronounced, with the air still charged with unresolved tension. According to insiders, as the courtroom adjourned, murmurs of speculation, strategy, and anticipation filled the hallways. Eyewitnesses claim fans were quick to react online, dissecting every word, gesture, and implication. Emotions ran high, insiders say, and the family's divide remained, leaving everyone anxiously awaiting the next session. Sources report that Yella Beezy had maintained his composure, Mo3’s team had delivered shocking allegations, and the courtroom was left simmering with unresolved tension. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family's divide remained palpable. Every supporter, skeptic, and observer knew that the saga was far from over, and the next chapter promised even more dramatic twists. As the doors closed, insiders say the courtroom drama had already reached legendary status among fans, with social media buzzing and speculation running rampant. Sources claim that alliances would be tested, reputations challenged, and emotions pushed to the limit in the sessions to come. Fans are shocked, insiders report, as emotions ran high and the family's divide ensured that this confrontation would not be easily forgotten. As the courtroom doors closed and the echoes of the day's drama lingered, one thing was clear: this saga is far from over. Fans are shocked, insiders say, as emotions ran high throughout every session and the family remained deeply divided. Yella Beezy's composure, Mo3’s relentless challenges, and the shocking twists that unfolded have left everyone questioning what will happen next. Will alliances hold, or will betrayals emerge from the shadows? Only time will tell. Sources report that fans across social media are dissecting every glance, every gesture, and every word from the courtroom. Eyewitnesses claim that speculation is running wild, Debates about who is truly loyal, who might be hiding information, and what strategies each side will take next are dominating conversations. The courtroom chaos has transcended legal proceedings, becoming a cultural moment that fans can't stop talking about. Emotions ran high, insiders confirm, as supporters of both Yella Beezy and Mo3’s team weigh in, further fueling the drama. Now it's your turn. What do you think is really happening behind the scenes? Was Yella Beezy fully prepared for the explosive confrontations, or did Mo3’s team catch him off guard? Will the family's divide deepen, or will a resolution finally emerge? Fans are shocked and intrigued, and your opinions matter. Comment below with your thoughts, share your theories, and let us know which side you believe is telling the truth. And if you want to stay updated with every twist, turn, and shocking moment in this courtroom saga, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what happens next in this explosive story. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and join the conversation, because this is far from over, and every moment counts.